Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be doing an updated summer makeup routine. The last time I did a makeup routine, I think was about a year ago or something. So yeah, I'm back and I'm going to be doing my current updated makeup routine, mostly natural looking with a little bit of eyeliner. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And yeah, let's get on with the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start doing is I'm going to put my little headband on. I have a red one, but I'm not going all the way downstairs to get it, so we're going to make do with this one. And I know I look crazy, but I just do this so that my hair don't get up in my face and get makeup on it, especially because I just washed my hair. Before I apply any makeup, I use the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion because I have really dry skin, and I don't know if you can see it, but look, there's like dry patches right here. So we are just going to take a little bit, not too much, and we are just going to put it on my skin because I have terrible dry skin. I'm also going to put it on my neck too, and like around my ears. I'm just going to make sure, it's all rubbed in. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of this tinted moisturizer by Maybelline. I use the shade 120. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand, on my fingers basically. And then I feel like that was a little bit too much, but we'll work with it. Oh my god, I'm getting it everywhere. Just going to dab it on a little bit. This does make my skin look a bit orange, so I try not to add too much. But if my skin does look a little bit orange, we'll just add a little bit foundation. So the next step is I try to use this instead of my concealer, because the concealer I have works so good, but it is kind of expensive. So I'm going to use a Matte and Poreless foundation. This is really light for my skin, so that's why I use it as a concealer, I guess you could say. This is shade 110. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I'm just going to take it. I'm going to use this, the tip of this beauty blender, and I'm just going to add, hopefully not too much. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to start adding little dots of this, under my eye especially, and I need a little bit more. I'm just going to add a little bit under my eyes. This side barely has anything on it, so yeah. Okay, that's, don't want to add the whole bottle. Okay. I'm going to do under eyes first, and then we're going to do my eyebrows and all that stuff. So I'm just going to kind of blend it out with the tip of this brush, and I'm not going to swipe it basically, because I don't know, it just, no, it never turns out good when I do that. So I'm just going to kind of pat it in. Obviously I add some to my nose bridge and stuff too. Guys, I meet my new therapist today, and I'm literally so scared because, so basically I got a new therapist because my therapist was very toxic, to say the least. She called the cops on me and everything. And then I switched therapists, really liked this therapist too. Only had her for less than a year, and now she's not going to be a therapist anymore, basically. So we are meeting my new therapist today, and I'm shitting bricks. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of the same foundation and kind of go on my eyelid and really right below my eyebrow and kind of shape it out a little bit, because I do not spend too much time shaping out my eyebrows. I just kind of wing it. I feel I got the foundation or whatever a bit too low this time, but we're gonna fix it. Obviously I'm not gonna leave it like this. So I'm just gonna do the other eye. And I'm going to get in between my eyebrows. So now I'm going to do the top of my eyebrows. Just going to add like a little like dot or so. And then we're going to like be very careful to kind of not like mess up the shape of my eyebrows basically. As I said, I'm patting it and not, like swiping it, because then it's just gonna, I don't know, I feel like it looks like really bad for some reason when I do that. So I've learned to pat everything out instead of just like move it basically. So I know my eyebrows are a slight bit uneven, but we're gonna work with it. It's whatever. Now I'm going to use this Profusion Cosmetics Good Brow Day Waterproof Tinted Gel. And I'm just gonna take it. I'm running a bit low, and I really do like this one. I start with this eyebrow most of the time, and I just kind of like brush it out, but also add the gel at the same time, because it's like a little like brushy. And I just kind of brush it out and try to like add like that like point to my eyebrow, so my eyebrow doesn't look like it has like it's kind of circular, if you know what I mean. I don't know, like I really don't know how to describe things. I'm so sorry. And then I just kind of like do the towel. I try not to add too much because my eyebrows will look really like dark and it just won't look good, especially because I have half blonde hair. Funny thing is, I'm dyeing my hair soon. Again, I know I really need to stop like dyeing my hair and everything, but like, if you guys don't know, I have BPD. And if you don't know what BPD is, it's borderline personality disorder, and it's like basically I don't know who I am at this point. So I feel like that's another like really big reason why I dye my hair a lot. And also just because like, I don't know, like I just want to. This is like as even as I'm basically going to get my eyebrows, so we're just going to leave it like this. It's whatever, like for right now. So now I'm going in with the same beauty blender I did this foundation with, and I'm also going in with the NYX Professional Makeup Total Control Pro Drop Foundation. And what shade is this? I don't honestly know what shade is this. Oh, here's the shade. Why is it blurry? I'm sorry, guys. It's like blurry. I'll put it like right here or something. And I'm just going to take it. And I'm not going to apply it over this foundation. So I'm going to apply it kind of under it. And I'm not going to add too much, just a little bit. And obviously I do add some to my forehead. It's just I'm like not worried about that right now, because if I don't like blend it out in time, then it's going to look all weird. So obviously I just tap it into my skin, and I've been breaking out like a bit lately, which is so annoying because school is coming up, which I'm kind of unexcited for, but really excited for at the same time, because I'm not only going to normal high school, but I'm also going to school to become an EMT at the same time. So I'll be like staying at my normal school for half a day, and the rest of the half day I go and I go to school to learn how to become an EMT, which I'm like so excited for. It's not even funny. So now I'm gonna like add a little bit of foundation up here, nothing too crazy. And I use this side of the beauty blender and not the side that I use to do the lighter foundation. I almost forgot the words for a minute, I'm sorry. Now I'm actually going to do like actual concealer. I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills one, and I'm not sure, like, sorry, I was trying to see if there's like a shade, but yeah, I'm honestly like not sure if I said that right, and I'm sorry if I didn't. And right where the lighter foundation is, I just add a little bit under my eye, because we gotta make it look like I'm actually getting sleep, okay? Like, I really do not be getting sleep out here. And I'm gonna use the same like tip that I use for the lighter foundation to just kind of pat it in. Gotta make it look like we're getting sleep, because I basically don't sleep. I have nightmares and night terrors 24/7. If you guys don't know, I have PTSD, so it's not very fun. And when Aiden and I usually like sleep in the same bed, he's like, Dude, like, you were, like, talking in your sleep. Like, he tells me, like, we have full conversations when I'm sleeping, basically. Like, he, like, reminds me that, you know, he loves me in the middle of the night because he's up playing games because he can't sleep. And he's like, yeah, like, you literally talk back. You're like, I love you too and everything, which is so weird. And then he's also like, there's times where you've, like, kicked and punched and, like, screamed and, like, was saying things like stay away and stuff in your sleep. And it scared the life out of me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's just normal, you know. It's normal. So now we are going to leave the foundation and the rest of my face for a bit, and we are going to do eyeliner. And for eyeliner, I don't do, like, a big wing for this makeup look. I have, like, 2 different, like, makeup routines, so if you want to see the other one, let me know. But I use the LA Colors liquid eyeliner. I want to get, like, a better one, not gonna lie, but I'm still waiting for my check. So, yeah. And I tried to do, like, a really small wing, if that makes sense. Like, obviously that's not too small, but we're gonna work with it for now. And I try to, like, yeah, just try to make it actually, like, look like a wing. And I might, like, restart. Actually, we can work with this. It's just, I'm gonna fix it, though, because I don't like how it looks. Like, it's not... Okay, there we go. We're getting somewhere. And then I kind of trace, like, my, like, eyelash line, I'm pretty sure it's called. I don't know. My lash line out a little bit. And I don't, like, go too high, because if I go too high, my whole, like, eyelid's gonna be black, and it's just not gonna look good. So I try to stay as low as possible while doing this, and I got a little bit right there that we're gonna have to clean up, but yeah. So this wing is bigger than, like, the ones I usually do. But we're just gonna work with it for today because I really do not have time, or do I feel like fixing it. So we're just gonna work with it for today. But normally I would do one, like, about half the size of that. And so obviously I'm gonna try and match the other eye, and this is the part that, like, I hate. Because sometimes it's, like, hard to, like, match. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Yeah, so. I don't know, I feel like that's pretty close, but, like, I'm not also gonna sit here and fight with it, as I said. But if it, like, is, like, too, like, just different looking, then I obviously will fix it. As I said, trace the lash line again, not too high. I might go, like, a little bit higher on this side, though. Oops, that didn't just happen. We'll fix it in a minute. No big deal. What is it with me? I cannot, like, do, like, this eye today. Oh my god. Okay, so it's, like, basically, like, as, like, twinning as it's gonna get. So now it's time to do mascara. I literally have to hurry up and finish getting ready because I have to go soon. And I use the LA Colors Perfect Lash Lengthening Mascara because my natural eyelashes are, like, kind of short. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they're really short, so. And then I just go with this and I blink a few times. And yeah. Also, sorry if my voice is, like, raspy. I'm, like, kind of dehydrated right now, I'm not gonna lie, because I woke up, ate breakfast, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna film this video. I'm gonna get out of the way because I've been saying I want to film this video. And even though I'm behind on editing, instead of, like, and I should be focused on editing instead of doing more filming, yeah, that's just clearly not happening. And I'm gonna fix that because I did get a little, like, right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. For some reason, I'm, like, struggling to do my makeup today. I think it's because I'm, like, filming. I usually, like, don't film and do my makeup anymore. Okay, now I'm gonna do, like, a little bit on my lower lashes. Okay. I just don't want it to look clumpy. Okay. Now we're gonna do the other eye, because I gotta hurry. So I basically repeat the process that I did on this eye, with this eye obviously. I literally am so excited because I'm pretty sure I'm going to turn this into a video, but my parents and I are planning a little surprise birthday party for Aiden because his birthday is the 20th. And we're like, you know what? We're going to do like a little surprise birthday party. His birthday's on a Sunday. And I was like, hey, you should come over for a little bit on your birthday. And he's like, okay, bet. So I know he should be coming over, and we're basically like gonna get him stuff. We're gonna decorate the house, call my sisters over, you know, all that fun stuff. Because my parents like literally think of him as their own. Like, it's actually like really nice because I was like kind of scared in the beginning that there'd be issues, but there's really no issues. Well, like, and even then, it's not like I have to worry about him getting along with my whole family because I only talk to my sister's nieces, my sister's partners, and then, my parents, obviously. I don't really associate with the rest of my family for good reason. Low-key, my family is toxic as hell, but we just, like, don't talk about it. I'm gonna let my mascara dry for a minute, and I will be right back. But yeah, anyway, now I'm gonna use this Maybelline Instant Cheek Flush, and this is the shade 30 Pop of Peach. And this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna apply just a little bit right there. And I'm gonna do the same on this side. And then just a little bit on my nose. Like, look, like, that's all I do for my nose. And then I'm gonna go in with this brush. And I am just going to kind of like blend it out. I want it to be kind of dark over here and light over here. Because, like, I feel like if you add just, like, too much blush, like, you just look like a clown. And I'm not trying to look like a clown. I'm not trying to look like my ex. No, ma'am. Also, I just want to say real quick, while I'm, like, not really, like, talking too much, I just want to say that I do have a TikTok where I post story times weekly. So, that'll be right here. If you guys want to go follow my TikTok, it's right there. I do makeup and story time once a week. I did double post last week because I posted late, but yeah, anyway. So I'm just going to make sure all my blushes I kind of blended out. And yeah, my blush is done. So now we are going to do like contour. So I go in with the tip of this beauty blender, and I'm sorry, my beauty blenders and all that is a little bit dirty. I have not washed them in a solid minute, and I've been saying I'm going to, and I've been putting it off. So I use the Sephora dome thing. I'll show you guys. And I use the dark shade. My god, I'm like trying not to drop it. And I do like a little line kind of where my blush ends. Like underneath my blush basically. And then I kind of bring it down a little bit. So now obviously I'm going to do the same on this side. I don't know, I feel like my face is kind of fat. I don't know. And then now I'm just gonna like do like a little like dot on each side of my nose like so, and then I'm just gonna kind of like blend it like up and then down into like a little line basically. And then obviously I do that for the other side. That's really all I do for contour because I feel like my face up here already looks like a bit dark and I don't want to like overdo it. So now I go in with this Rimmel London Stay Matte powder. And I use the tip of this beauty blender and I just kind of pat it on. And I go like right under like where I add my contour. I've been looking to find like liquid contour, but pretty sure I'm going to make a pit stop to Ulta soon, so I'll get one then. And then I also do my chin. And obviously under the contour over here too. Contour, bronzer, whatever. Then I also kind of do under my eyes just to kind of brighten it a little bit, because my under eyes are really dark, like really, really dark. Like I'm out here barely any sleep. So also kind of go over like the contour on my nose. Lastly, just kind of like above my eyebrows. Now I go in with this big fluffy brush. I don't even know where this brush is from. I don't even know where it came from. Like, I've never seen this brush until a couple days ago, and I'm like, whose brush is this? Why is it in my room? Anyway, so I'm going to go in with the Anyways, now I'm going to go in with the Kokie, I think that's how I say it, Soft Glow Highlighter. That's what I'm talking about. It's a bit dirty, so I don't know if you guys can see it. And I'm just going to kind of like, just to like put it all over my face, just to give my face like a little bit of a glow, because I'm out of the watermelon like dewdrops that I had. Absolutely loved them, but like I have to buy more because I'm out. So until I get more, I'm just gonna add a little bit of like this highlighter so that my face still has like a little bit of a glow. And obviously, like, I do my forehead and above my eyebrows, and I don't want to add too much because this does have like a yellowish goldish pigment, and I don't want my skin to look like yellow or like too glowy and like sparkly, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it to look like I have like sparkles all over my face. I just want like, you know, like a little bit of highlight. So I currently am out of like the highlighter I normally would put in like my creases, so I just use like some like really bright white eyeshadow from the I cannot talk, I'm so sorry, from the Beauty Runway Smoky palette. This one, if you couldn't tell. I just use a little bit of that on this brush, and I only add like a little bit into my corner because I don't want it to like look too bright, you know what I mean? So I just add a little bit into my corner, and then I obviously do the same on this side. I also add a little bit to the tip of my nose and right here. I also add some under my eyebrow too, just to give it like a little cute glow. I just kind of trace like that part of my eyebrow, and then I come over here and obviously do the same. Final step is I go in with this Laritzi Cosmetics lip gloss. It looks like that, and it does kind of like actually match like my lips. It's just a little bit darker, which I do like. And I just add a little bit. But anyways, that's basically like my daily makeup routine. I like for some reason just like couldn't do my makeup. I think it's because I'm filming and I'm like trying to like pay attention to what like, you know, what the. But anyways, that is it for my daily makeup routine. I don't know, I'm not really feeling it today, but I think it's because I just couldn't do my makeup right because I was filming and I just kind of like, you know, back and forth between filming and actually doing my makeup. So yeah, but anyways, this is the end of today's video. If you guys like, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!